players come back to play, there's going to be such different energy and pure enjoyment. Because what I've seen in this phase is there are a lot of times when you get egoistic and you think, I'm doing this or I'm doing that. In reality, you're controlling nothing. No one
Uh,
can do anything in the current situation. We all have to swallow our ego, just follow what's been told, and just be grateful for life. Try and help those who are in need, and that's all. We should be so grateful that we are able to sit in comfortable environments at a stage where so many people are struggling for food. And it
uh,
really puts things in perspective. When you don't have control of anything, you can't even get out of your own house. How can we claim to do something and make something happen? All we can do is just enjoy and just have a good attitude and give everything that we have. And I think it's drastically going to change the enjoyment part of things for a lot of people. People are going to stop getting so serious about their own games or results and all that sort of stuff. I think that
uh,
that pure love for everything is really going to come up on the surface. I don't know if you agree or not, but that's something I feel
uh,
might help.
yeah, there's a lot of things that'll never be the same again. That's for sure. And
Mm,
you touched on it briefly, and it's certainly something that I've become more aware of because of this pandemic. Is the hunger there is around the world.
mm,
It's huge, and it breaks my heart. I don't know how to deal with it. That people are
I know,
suffering, that they can't get food on the table. I mean,
I know.
yeah, it really gets to me. So my focus has been on that quite a lot, and those are
Mm,
the kind of causes that I've been supporting, is really just trying to get food on the tables, and in
mm,
people's
mm,
hands. And
mm,
I can't think of anything worse than not being able to give your family food. So that's
mm,
been my focus, and certainly for the rest of my life, I'll try and make a difference when it comes to that. Obviously, different areas as well, but I
mm,
think
mm.
that's quite a big problem we have.
Yeah, I think nothing, I don't think there's anything greater than that. Nothing hurts you more than seeing people just struggling for a
Uh,
meal. And as
uh,
I said, for the daily wage workers, it was all about working one day, making sure there's enough food, and then continuing the
mm,
same cycle. There's no concept of savings or anything. Such are the challenges and the realities of life for a lot of people. And
uh,
we must all respect that. We must all help when we are in a situation that we can. Definitely, we should help. And it's so
uh,
amazing that you are thinking on those lines. You're doing the same stuff.
mm,
Me and Anushka are helping a lot. We have helped a lot as well. And yeah, look, these are the things that you can do as human beings. And it's not to get satisfaction for yourself out of it, but really understanding the other person's situation and the condition they might be in, and just help without anything in return.
uh.
Nothing of no expectation of any sort. But listen, are you thinking of doing something about it? When I spoke to you yesterday, you were mentioning something that you wanted to bring up, but you didn't tell me about it. So please.
Yeah, okay, I'll get to that. And
Okay.
the way I'm going to get to that is, obviously there's been quite a few memories with regards to the
Mm,
IPL. A lot has happened, and
mm.
we've had a few good, nice knocks together that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. So there was a particular one in 2016 against the Gujarat Lions. I
Mm.
think, yeah, I think you'll remember that one. We both scored.
Okay, now I understand why you told me yesterday that get a bat and a pair of gloves for that game. Now,
I, to, I
okay,
told you,
go on. This is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
interesting. Go on.
So it was a good partnership. It's a very enjoyable one, and
Yeah.
if I can remember correctly, I got 120 odd, 129, I think, and you also got your 100 right at the end where I gave you the strike. No, I'm just kidding. So
Yeah, yeah.
that doesn't happen every day that two batters get 100 in the same game. It was also the green game, which was a very special memory
Mm.
for me, where we did our bit in creating a bit of awareness
Yep.
for being eco-friendly for nature, which is very close to my heart, and I know it's also close to your heart.
Mm.
And then I was just thinking that how can we make a difference? And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I told you to get hold of that bat that you use in that game, because I know you keep your
Okay.
bats. I keep my bats as well.
Okay.
Um, and I've still got the shirt of that game, and I always do it with the green games. I get yourself and a
Mm.
few guys to sign, but that particular game, I just got you to sign, and I also signed my shirt. So I've got the shirt, I've
Mm.
got my bat, and I'm going to
Wow.
get hold of your bat and your gloves and my gloves. So now that's a big package, eh?
What are you
So
doing with it?
the plan is to get it on an online auction platform where
Oh, wow.
I know there are a lot of collectors around the world that wouldn't mind. your bet particularly, but I'll throw mine in there as well as a little
Yeah, right,
bonus.
right. Let's
Uh,
get the modest version out. Come on.
I think it could be a
Mm.
nice collector's item from that day with the kit, the green kit. We
Wow,
both shared a
that's
photo of that game.
wow, that's
Um,
special. Yeah.
so the platform is called Bid or Buy. I'll share more info after this chat
Mm, mm,
on my
mm,
Instagram page, and then people can
mm,
go there and bid. I mean, and all the proceeds will go um, for the COVID-19 issue that we have, but particularly
mm, mm,
for a cause that supports getting meals on people's tables. And
mm,
I
mm,
was thinking of sharing the proceeds with you so we can get it in India and South Africa,
mm.
50-50, and then we both support a nice cause of getting meals on the table in memory of
Mm.
that day that we both scored 100 in a game, which is quite nice.
That's that sounds amazing, to be honest. The fact
Yeah.
that you also want to, share a part of it to India, where you have a massive, massive fan following, probably the most loved international cricketer ever in India. I sent
uh,
you a picture of a guy riding a bike a few months ago with your T-shirt, if
uh,
you remember. So
that's very
quite
special.
special, quite an amazing gesture from you. And I've actually got the stuff that you asked me, with the
Aha.
wear and tear. So I can show people the stuff that I used. That season was so special. I've kept most of the things from that season because I don't think ever in my life will I be able to score that many runs in a single season. So I made sure that I stacked everything up, and that's the bat I used.
Oh,
So
it's a
yeah,
goodie.
there it is. For
So
this cause, I would give anything away, not
thanks,
just these
Biscuit.
things, but yeah.
I've got there's the shirt I used that day.
Ah, I remember that
Uh,
logo.
yeah, and we both signed there, if you can see.
Wow, yeah. I remember
Yeah,
that as well.
I wish I could hit a few more in that area there.
You can wake up from your sleep and hit it in the middle. Go
But anyway, so everyone listening, those of you who like to collect, even if you don't like to collect,
on.
go onto a platform called Bid or Buy. It's a South African platform, but you can bid on it globally, and
Mm,
we'll courier the items to you. It might take a week or two. We'll see where it goes. If I feel the figure is big enough, I'll
mm,
announce the winner or the bidder on Instagram, and
mm,
we'll courier it straight to your doorstep, and we can put messages on there, personalize it the way you want it.
mm, mm.
Myself, it's my bat, my playing shirt from the day, Virat's bat, and both pairs of gloves that we both used on the day. Yeah.
That's quite amazing. Are you going to share the link on Instagram and Twitter?
I will put everything on there. I'm just going to get everything together. I've registered
Okay.
a account. I've also
Mm,
registered my foundation trust. It's a non-profit
okay.
organization. If the funds come into my trust, I'll get it out to the right cause, and we'll
Okay.
also put that on Instagram, which cause we're supporting in both in India and South Africa. So we've got a bit of
Wonderful.
homework to do, eh?
Yeah, I think the foundation plan is very, very good. Obviously, you can give it to the right source, but
Yeah,
I can bring in my foundation as well, and then
yeah,
whatever funds you want to share, we can give it to the people that actually, on the ground, do a bit of groundwork and make sure that the stuff reaches the people who are in total need of it right now. So
yeah. Yeah, I
listen,
know, and I
you've done
know
a
it's
lot of
tough.
special things.
I know it's tough times around the world, so it's not going to
Mm,
be easy to pay a lot of money for this, but just rest assured that it's going to get into the right hands, and it's going to feed a lot of hungry people. So whoever feels like they want to
absolutely.
bid for this, please be generous and be kind and support us. Yeah.
Absolutely correct. You might see a few surprise bidders in there as well. You never know.
So before we started to chat, I shared a picture on my story.
Yeah, I
It
saw
was
just now. Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, Praveen Kumar was bowling around the wicket, and no
Oh
disrespect to him,
man.
but he bowled it in exactly the right area, and as I hit it, I didn't feel the ball on bat, and I couldn't believe the ball was traveling that far down to find the fine leg area. And it's
I
amazing that a photographer actually caught that moment exactly there where I was like surprised, and you also going